So you're either highly motivated or you're not, right? Wrong. And I'm going to prove it to you. So we're going to talk about the gym here because this is the gym. My name is Adrian. I'm here to help you get in the gym, be consistent, and all that good stuff. So, as far as motivation is concerned, you may think to yourself again, hey, Adrian, you've been in the gym for quite some time. That's easy for you to say. But I guarantee you that I have had times when I've just not wanted to train or show up or do any of that stuff. Okay. So you need to ask yourself, why is it that some people seem to consistently show up no matter what, right? You may consider these people highly motivated, but within the question, the why are they doing it in the first place? There's a good chance that there's a strong reason behind it all, okay? It's not just a list of steps and to-do lists, all right? Something in their head has kind of laid the foundation for what they're doing in the first place. So I'm going to tell you a story about myself, all right? In one of my lazy periods, or off and on in my lazy periods, the thing that stayed around for me was video games, okay? Now, I'm sure some people are going to say, well, I play games, I still go to the gym. My life situation is different now because I got kids, I got a full-time job. And if I were to keep games in, right, at the end of the day, I would be like, well, I'm just going to play. Why would I work out? Or I may, if I want to work out in the morning, might stay up too late. And then that kind of ruins, I may want to sleep in, I may not be able to train as hard. So I have no hard rules about not playing, but there was one game in particular that I had a hard time with. Now, still, no hard rules, but it was Dota 2 for me. And at one point, this has been almost like 2 years since I played it, but I said, okay, take a break for 90 days. And if you want to come back, you can come back. When I first quit, and if anybody knows that game, it's highly stimulating. When I first quit, I was so bored. And the rule was just that game. And there was a couple of games like that I had never gotten to, like Knights of the Old Republic and a Lego Star Wars game. Unrelated, but any other game aside from Dota was boring. I said you can watch TV shows. They were boring. I said you could read fiction, which is still great, but my brain just didn't want to do it. So that ended up with being at the end of the night. I was, I guess, finally my body was catching up on sleep, and I just wanted to get ready to go to bed. So why is that story important? Remember when I said if I were to stay up too late, that would ruin my morning workouts, and that's true. And there's something about people, all this entertainment like TVs, games, scrolling too much. It may seem innocent on the surface, but the thing about those activities is that they're so stimulating that the rest of your day revolves around, I want to get back. And I'll talk about this later, but there are levels to kind of quitting that to put it in a position where you still do what you want, but are still able to have fun. But the thing is like if like lifting, for example, if you say, I want to lift, if you don't have the games in the equation, more of your mental energy is spent into, okay, I'm kind of bored. What can I do? How can I optimize my training? Can I stretch right now? Because I got nothing else to do, as opposed to, I just want to get this workout done because I want to work, because I want to play games. Okay. Now you may say, well, that's not necessary. And you're right. Okay. It depends on what you want out of life and your training. But I like to give this example because he's one of my the people I think a lot of people aspire to. Arnold Schwarzenegger. I finally got a hold of his autobiography, or I should say, I finally finished reading it. And he has another book called Be Useful, but his autobiography goes into detail of how he grew up. I didn't know much about him except, oh yeah, he was a bodybuilder, and then he was a movie star, and he was a governor. But he grew up in Austria in not the most ideal conditions. Okay, his family had to share like bath water. I had to get it from a well. I know this was many years ago, but this is after I think that country was on the side of Nazi Germany. They lost, so they were this poverty state. So he didn't have a whole lot going for him. It was either become a policeman, which is noble, or that's about it, or go in the military or whatever. He caught a glimpse of America by way of like promotional movies, and then he's like, okay, America, that's what I want. And then he caught a glimpse of Reg Park as Hercules, and he saw that he went from bodybuilder to movie. So Arnold thought, okay, there it is. Get into bodybuilding, use that again in movies. So he had this combination of really big goal and not a whole lot going on. So that meant that he could devote more of his mental energy into getting what he wanted. Now, you may not want to be a bodybuilder or win the Olympia or be in movies, but don't you realize that whatever, entertainment is such a unnatural thing. All right, it hooks a lot of people. So whatever entertainment you have might be getting in the way of what you really want. Let's use working out as an example. You could be going to bed if you don't have time. You could be, all right, well, I'm going to go to bed early to wake up early and work out. But instead, you're like, well, I want to play video games. If the games are not, and I'm talking to people without a lot of time, okay? All you college kids that do both, keep at it, whatever. But people that say they don't have time, there's probably a pocket of time in the day. Even if you watch a 30-minute show, if you took that out, one, you'd have the time, but two, you would just start to like, oh, your brain's like, I'm kind of bored. And then the thing you really want to do will be exciting again, okay? And just, I don't know what to tell you. The thing that you keep around that is just a little bit of cheap dopamine is getting in the way of the thing you really want, right? So I like to call motivation like a lever, because deep down, everybody wants, you want something, right? If you ask somebody, they can immediately tell you, but it's under a layer of, I know there's responsibilities, but if you have the entertainment that's getting in the way, then the work to get what you want will not be enticing. Your brain's just not going to like it, right? So I'm going to give you steps on how to actually bring this little motivation level up, right? Anybody can do this. Step one is, you may say goals, but I like using Dan Koh's thing, anti-vision. And kind of in there is the vision. So anti-vision is basically, what do you not like in life right now? Your vision will be, okay, what do you want? Now, vision is more than goals. It's more of like, what does your day-to-day look like? Like if I wanted to be 10% body fat, I guess the goal is to get to 15 and then 10% body fat or whatever. But your vision is like, okay, I look good at the beach. I'm not afraid to take my shirt off. I'm like eating healthy meals. I know exactly what to eat. So it's like, what does the entire lifestyle look like? And then goals come from that, because to get that vision, there are steps along the way. You may have to hit certain weight numbers. You may have to hit certain like weights in the gym, weights on the scale, figure out how to eat, track your percentages, all that good stuff. I'm not huge into getting ripped, so I should have used a lifting example, but you get the idea. And then the fourth step is the step nobody likes. And you kind of hear hints of it, like take out what's distracting you. Yes. And I don't think people spend enough time on this. It's just like, take out, you have to be honest with yourself. Take out whatever you know is getting in the way that is not necessary, okay? Endless scrolling, right? Too many video games, watching TV for no reason. Like those three are probably what everybody is doing these days. So just be honest with yourself. If you're kind of holding on to it, just know that it's keeping you from the goals that you wrote down. Right? People don't like to hear all that, and you will have the people saying, "Oh, I do this, and I still get this result." All right, are you that person? And if not, be honest with yourself. Take it on the chin. Take it out for like 90 days. All right, and then go from there. And then the last thing is just action. Okay. There is no secret as far as, I'm in the gym here trying to lift the weights. The principles are show up, work out, try to go heavier when you feel like it next time. All right. There's not a whole lot to it. And so you need to find those steps for yourself. So that is it. So all the people that say, well, I'm just not motivated. Yeah, you are, because there's something that you want, and that is the beginning of motivation. Okay, you just have to amplify it, and that's how to do it. So thanks for watching. Stay tuned to this video if you'd like, or this channel. If you have any questions, let me know. I do have a newsletter. Check it out in the description below. See you in the next one. Bye.